My name is Jim Whalen. I'm the athletic director at Volunteer High School. I came to this class with the invitation of Churchill Police Department with the cooperation of the Hawkins County Board of Education, probably in response from the lockdown we had in the fall. And this was something that I've personally looked at that we've needed more in-service for about school safety. It's something that parents are always worried about test grades, but they always want to make sure that their kids are safe too. And we've looked at the incident that we had in the fall, and this just gave us an extra opportunity to be trained in how to handle different scenarios, different areas of crisis, and an opportunity to see how the other side works, how the police department works on these crises, how they handle it, and in turn they got to see how we handle crisis through the teacher's eyes. And it was a lot of cooperative learning throughout the week. You know, we were telling them things that we can do, that they were telling us things that they can do. The biggest thing that's going to come out this week is the cooperative, that what we can count on them and what they can count on us. And
specifically, is there anything that you guys would have done differently after this class compared to what happened during the lockdown, based on things that you've learned?
From the lockdown to having this class to right now. Well, you know, we talked about a little bit of things about where we'd, after the initial lockdown, about the parents, about, you know, about giving them information out to the parents, about where we would have the parents, that we had a lot of parents that came to the school and that were really close. We probably had a lot of police that had to attend to the parents, not so that we were trying to look for the student that we thought that had the gun that was in behind the school. You know, they lost a lot of resources there. You know, maybe in turn we could have had better resource, better communication, getting that to the parents. You know, and we could have let the police handle the student that might have had the weapon. We need to have people trained for that.
Delegating people to certain tasks like public relations and things like that.
I'm Roddy Miller, Assistant Chief with the Churchill Police Department.
Okay, and go ahead and tell me what you're going to say.
One thing that I wanted to add to what Mr. Whalen was saying is when we had the incident the last time at Volunteer and we had all the parents started to show up, we wanted to address what we could do, because most of the officers that we had at Volunteer at that time were having to deal with the parents instead of out for looking for our potential suspect, which thank goodness turned out that he didn't have a gun. But the biggest majority of the people we had there was dealing with the parents. So one thing we're looking at maybe changing the next time is possibly being able to get to the schools quicker, and officers getting and blocking entrances to the school, and maybe setting up something, a command post outside the perimeter of the school, where if parents do want to come and pick their children up, then they won't be coming directly on the school grounds. They'll come to a area close to the school, maybe here at our fire department that's located just a couple tenths of a mile from the school, and then maybe we could send students by bus, be escorted out by police, and brought them to here by bus, and that way if there's something going on at the school, then parents can come here, and then we'll deal with it from there.
You guys had a serious crowd control problem.
Yeah, that was a problem. You know, parents, I'm a parent now, and I don't know what I would do in that situation, but really the safest place, when this happened last time, the safest place that those kids could be was in the school. Where the doors were locked, there were police inside the school, and really the ones that were in the most danger was all of us that were outside the school and the parents, because you know we knew that the kid was outside somewhere, and if he would have had a gun, then we would have been the ones in the most danger.
My name is Charles Johnson. I'm the assistant principal at Pathways Alternative School in Hawkins County. And I've spent this week at a safety class. It's kind of been a collaboration between us and Churchill Police Department. there was about 7 educators here with me from the county. We found that it's not just safe schools, it's safe communities. And our parents, our kids, we as educators, we are involved in safety. We want safe schools, we need safe schools. And I learned a lot from the class. I think I learned that most of all we need to be proactive, not just reactive. Things, unfortunately, are going to happen, and we need to be in a position that we have a plan, that we've thought about those things. We talked about everything this week in dress code to child abuse. So pretty good range of topics, pretty good range of things. Being able to sit down and talk with a deputy or police officer, police chief, supervisor, or someone from the police force has really helped us to know what goes on in the county. They have learned as much from us as we've learned from them. And I'm very appreciative to Walter State and the Churchill Police Department and for the opportunity to have been in this class.
I guess we learned last year that Hawkins County isn't immune to the school violence problems that we've seen all over the country and just recently even. So having gone through this class, is there, and your position as an alternative school administrator where you get a lot of troubled kids, what information can you use from this class to try to, if not prevent things, at least handle them better or be more prepared?
Well, we're really focused on early prevention, even before a problem comes up, even before something rears its head as an actual crisis. Early intervention in the elementary schools with young kids, you know, looking and just paying attention to flags or things that might pop up that lets us know that there could be something wrong. You know, a student coming to school every day sleepy or out of sorts, or things going on with them, you know, in their family life. So being more in touch with the kids and know the size of the community doesn't have anything to do with being immune to these situations. They do happen, and they could happen at any given time, any given day. But this class has helped us. It's helped me as an administrator just really be more in tune with those kids that come through the door and be able to look at things and maybe even some small things that might be indications that a crisis is about to occur.